What's up, everyone? You're here with Goran, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks for Sunday, December 10th. Well, guys, we had a busy Saturday. We had a lot of free picks. We've hit some, we've lost some, of course, as we always do, because it's basically impossible to hit all of them. And the parlay of the day was a huge bust because, well, Manchester United got demolished. Wolfsburg was not able to score a goal and stuff like that, and so on and so on. But we move on to Sunday, and we have some other free picks, some other great games going on Sunday, and it's gonna be another exciting day for us. For more free picks, of course, go up to the YouTube channel and check it out, guys. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. And for my best bets, click the link in the description, and that will get you up to my page where you can sign up. Like I said, guys, we have some interesting games, not as many as we had on Saturday, but we are going to kick it off with the EPL as we usually do. Everton versus Chelsea is the first game we have to talk about. And you know what? Everton is having a great season so far. Well, a solid season so far because of the fact that they were deducted, what, 10 points or something like that, which was ridiculous in my opinion. But we move on from that, and now they're actually on a two-game winning streak during which they kept two clean sheets, one against Nottingham Forest, one against Newcastle, which was mighty impressive if you ask me. While Chelsea on the other side is coming off of a loss to Manchester United, and that was the loss on the road, which means that this is their second game on the road in a row. When playing on the road, Chelsea hasn't been that convincing this season. They have three wins, one draw, and three losses. They have conceded 11 goals in seven games, while Everton at home has been, I gotta say, decent this season. Two wins, one draw, and five losses. They haven't conceded a lot of goals, about a goal on average per game at home, but they are in a pretty solid form right now. So in this game, uh, I think that Everton might do something, but I also think that they are sloppy defensive team, and that's gonna be a good opportunity for Chelsea. So I'm taking Chelsea over 4.5 shots on target at minus 103. Fulham and West Ham is the next matchup in DPL that we have to talk about. And Fulham now has won two of their last three games. They have three wins in their last six games, and their offense has been quite productive as of late. They've scored eight goals in their last two games. However, they conceded four against Liverpool, but that clean sheet against Nottingham Forest last week should certainly be a huge confidence boost. West Ham, on the other side, has won their last three games on the road in a row. The latest one was against Tottenham 2-1. However, as much as they are scoring and playing solid football in the attacking end, they're still pretty sloppy team defensively. And with the form, at least the goal scoring form that Fulham is right now, I think they get to the scoreboard. So I'm going to take both teams to score at minus 136. Luton Town and Manchester City are facing off on Sunday as well. And you know what? Manchester City is in a bit of a slump right now. They have won only one of their last five games, and the way they lost to Aston Villa in their last game was absolutely embarrassing. I gotta say, Aston Villa killed them. They basically destroyed them in every aspect of the game. They had like one shot on target. They haven't scored a goal, which is a huge problem for this team. But that only means that, in my opinion, Luton Town will suffer here quite a lot. I gotta say. Manchester City is getting Rodri back for this game. Jeremy Doku should be ready as well. And I know that they're playing the Champions League next week. The fact is that they don't need anything out of that game. They have to get back on the winning track here, and I absolutely think they will. So I'm taking City to win at over 3.5 goals at plus 107. The last game of the day in the EPL is between Tottenham and Newcastle. Two very solid teams, but two teams in a bit of a sloppy form, and two teams that have been hit by a lot of injuries. Tottenham is missing seven or eight players. Newcastle is missing even more than that. And the fact is, Newcastle is playing next week in the Champions League in a must-win game for them. Now, that is the opportunity for Tottenham to get finally to finally get a win and after that sloppy loss to West Ham in the middle of the week, they simply have to go for it here. That's the only way they know how to play. That's the only way Postecoglou set them up, and it's been working quite well for them until this 5 game streak without a win they are on right now. So I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a lot of offense here, not a lot of defense, and for that reason, I'm going to take Tottenham team total over 1.5 goals at minus 129. Now we are moving on to the Spanish La Liga, guys, and we have some interesting games here on Sunday. We are gonna kick it off with Atletico Madrid versus Almeria. As we can see, Atletico Madrid is a pretty heavy favorite, and they will definitely want to bounce back after that loss to Barcelona 1-0 last week. And luckily for them, Almeria is the worst team in the league. They haven't beaten anyone in their last 5 games, while Atletico Madrid is perfect at home, 7 wins out of 7 games. So, keeping it simple, I'm taking Atletico Madrid -2 at -117. Granada is hosting Athletic Bilbao, and Athletic Bilbao has once again been one of the nicest surprises so far this season. They are undefeated in their last 7 games. They are on a two-game winning streak, while Granada hasn't won any of their last 13 games, and they are close to the bottom of the table. Sure, they haven't lost to Bilbao at home in a while, but with the way Bilbao is playing right now, with the way that they are defending and creating chances and scoring goals, for this price, we have to take Athletic Bilbao on the money line, and that is exactly what I'm going to do in this game. And the last game in La Liga we have to talk about is between Barcelona and Girona. Barcelona in third place right now. Girona is second. Girona is undefeated. They still might be undefeated this season. No, they do have one loss. They have 12 wins and 2 draws, and they are the biggest surprise of probably all the top 5 leagues in Europe. Whether playing at home or on the road, Girona is scoring a lot of goals. They have scored 34 goals in 15 games so far this season. That's an average of over 2 scored goals per game. Barcelona is not that far behind. They have scored 28 goals. However, they have been struggling quite a lot, and they need Lewandowski to get going. He has scored only 7 goals in 30 games so far this season, and he hasn't scored in the last 2 or 3 games or so. So they have to get him going, and that's going to be the priority for this game, as they don't have to worry about anything in the Champions League anymore. Now, Girona has never beaten Barcelona in the past. They have only 2 draws and they have 8 losses, but they are still undefeated on their own this season, and I think that they will definitely have a say in this game. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score and over 2.5 goals, and that is at -134. Now we are off to German Bundesliga, guys. We have Stuttgart playing against Leverkusen in probably one of the most interesting games of the weekend. Stuttgart on a 5-game winning streak. Leverkusen still undefeated this season. At home, they have 6 wins and 1 draw. On the road, they have 5 wins and 1 draw. They are scoring goals whether they play at home or on the road, and so does Stuttgart. These two teams combined have scored 71 goals in the 26 games they played amongst each other. So I think this is going to be a great game with a lot of chances. I think that both teams will go for it, and it's very hard to find some value in it. I mean, over 2.5 is listed as -186 alone. I guess the books are being a little bit careful, as that game against Borussia Dortmund that Leverkusen played ended in a 1-1 draw. So I'm gonna go with a bit of a game prop, and that is over 10.5 shots on target at +100. Köln and Mainz is the second game of the day in Bundesliga, and these two teams are pretty much of the even quality. Mainz is at the bottom. Köln is 16th place, not too far away, only 1 point away from them. But I think that Köln has been looking a little bit more solid this season than Mainz has. And you know what? Honestly, this game basically is a coin flip to me. Uh, but I have to go with the home team at +150 in this case. It's not often that we get a home team at +150 in such an even matchup, and that is the only reason why I'm taking Cole on the money line here at +150. In the Italian Serie A, guys, we have Roma playing against Fiorentina, and both of these teams have been playing some decent football so far this season. They have been scoring a decent amount of goals. They have been highly competitive as well, and they are both in a pretty good form. Fiorentina is on a 3-game winning streak while winning 5 of their last 6. Roma is undefeated in their last 4 while losing only 1 of their last 6. They have been scoring goals consistently, like I said. Lukaku has been carrying this team quite a lot. He has 6 goals in 12 games, while Nicolas Gonzalez has 6 goals in 12 games for Fiorentina as well. Both teams are playing in Europe next week. I'm not sure what the schedule is for that and who needs anything. I would say that Roma is fairly solid. I don't think that they need anything. I think that they are going to the knockouts. But I do expect both teams to go for it here in this game. I decided to go with the player prop in this one, and that is Lukaku to score at any time at plus 135. Like I said, he's been carrying this team so far. He's been scoring, he's been assisting, and he's also in a pretty good form as well. So I'm taking Lukaku to score at plus 135. In the French League One, guys, we have two games to talk about. The first one is between Nice and Reims. Nice is having a pretty solid season so far as well. They have been quite solid when playing at home, especially. They did lose their last game against Nantes 1-0 on the road, but when playing at home, they're still undefeated this season. As far as Reim goes, they haven't been that bad as well. They're in sixth place. They are coming off of a nice win against Strasbourg 2-1. But Reim on the road is not the same team that Reim is at home. They are conceding about a goal and a half on the road. Sure, they're still scoring a goal and a half as well. But Nice at home has conceded only one goal so far this season. So when we're getting this kind of a price on the money line on Nice, we have to take it. So I'm taking Nice on the money line at minus 125. And Lorient and Marseille is the second game of the day we have to talk about. Lorient, pretty heavy underdogs at home. They're close to the bottom of the table. They haven't beaten anyone in their last five games. While Marseille is now on a three-game winning streak. And even though they're still without a win on the road, I think that's going to come to an end in this game. Sure, Marseille is playing in the Europa League next week against Brighton on the road, but they have to keep their good form going, and I think that they're safe in the Europa League. I think that they will be going to the knockouts, and they're getting a couple of players back from the injury list for this game. So once again, great price on the Marseille on the money line, minus 127. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game, but I think that Marseille will come out on top in this one. And for the parlay of the day, guys, another five legger for Sunday, plus 344. I'm taking Manchester City to win it over 1.5. Yes, I'm being a bit more conservative as this is a parlay. Tottenham versus Newcastle, both teams to score as neither side can defend right now. Stuttgart versus Leverkusen, both teams to score as well. Atletico Madrid minus one at home against Almeria, and Roma Fiorentina over 1.5 goals. Like I said, guys, five leg parlay plus 344. Be careful with it. It is a parlay. Bet only as much as you can. And let's hope you have a great day, guys, on Sunday. That's it. Enjoy your day. Good luck with all of your bets. And stay tuned for more free picks coming up soon.